So we are ready to start semifinal number 2. Both players have 3 points already for the season finale at the second last weekend of March for the $2,500 sponsored by AMD. But first, this is about the grand final. Who is facing Happy in the grand finals? Either Undead Mirror against Terra or Foggy is challenging him again. Foggy would be the first player to reach the grand final twice against Happy. Happy, of course, in all 5 grand finals so far. So, Ukraine versus Poland, Night Elf versus Undead. We start on Northern Isles.
Top right, we have Terra in the blue, starting off with what looks like the Happy build, and Foggy in the bottom left with an Ancient of War creep safely at the green camp instead of the bigger yellow one. Foggy in the past has been very experimental with his playstyles, but normally always relies on expansions. In the older patch, that was always with Keeper Alchemist. And that is still... I feel like Foggy is the only guy who plays that anymore against Night Elf. Has, however, also been playing quite a bit of Demon Hunter again. Demon Hunter Naga Hippo Riders with an expansion.
Okay, Terra affected by the BattleNet bugs as well, apparently. We can't really check that. Maybe it's some psychological warfare going on. But okay. Foggy bottom left, Terra upper right. You said Keeper Mass Air could be a possibility. I definitely agree that he's pretty much the only one playing it. No Mass Dryads, no Rush to Bears. Foggy was once one of the best Warden players in the world. But since she got nerfed a little bit, he moved away from her. Is that the case here as well? Yes, Keeper of the Grove. Remo called it right.
It seems like Foggy, on maps where it's easy to creep, plays Demon Hunter expansion, and on maps where it's harder to creep, plays Keeper Expo. That's kind of what it seems like to me. Both heroes certainly very reliant on level 3. My bold prediction this game, by the way, Keeper's gonna go for an early staff, and is gonna hustle through that moon juice like crazy, as Foggy likes to do.
Bold prediction, Remo, bold prediction. We have a graveyard here on Terra's side. So, Fiend build or Happy build?
With the 3 ghouls, that would be Ted Fiend build. With the 4 ghouls, that's the Happy build. Walls of the gold mine, by the way. Dude, Terra apparently pays or takes building placement as seriously as I do. He was... That's not a joke. He was fast lumber harvesting to chop down the 2 trees to get the wall off quickly. Which normally really doesn't matter against Night Elf, but rarely it does.
And against Foggy, it's one of these instances where it does?
We'll see. Most likely not. Foggy, not really the base diving kind of guy. Not so much Davai, more about expanding.
He's like the anti-Sonic oftentimes. Even when he played Warden, it was more about using the Warden to buy time to build expansions.
Yeah. DK, by the way, with an interesting adjustment in the creep route, didn't go for the normal green camp where it's really likely that you're going to get Wisp detonated. That is what Foggy was looking for. But rather went for the small camp and now steals a little Murloc from the enemy green camp, which is kind of nice. However, DK still not level 2, sees the tree super early. Oh, and the Acolyte corpse is right there. And no Wisp at the expansion, Neo! For the detonate!
It's coming now! Is the split big enough? Foggy doesn't want to detonate. Okay, detonates here. 1 call wasted and Tangle on the DK as well. I don't think the damage is enough. There's no second corpse anymore. Skeleton is not providing enough damage, so no second Entangle to force the TP, but maybe the right clicks are enough already.
Yeah, that always feels bad when you commit so hard. It wasn't that hard, I guess. Onto the Tree of Life and it doesn't fall. Foggy with a bit of a mistake attacking the creeps. Shadow Meld. Oh boy.
These mistakes can't happen for any player who reaches the grand final. That's not allowed. But yeah, the DK down to 70 HP already. Fiend's coming now rather early, so it is a tech Fiend build, a tapped Fiend build in the end.
Was this the one Archer Expo, by the way? I think it was, right?
Not sure.
Something that I've been recommending against the Happy build for a long time. As we can see here, very little in terms of aggressive potential early on, so the fast expansion comes through. Now, as I say, against Happy build. Against Happy, this normally still doesn't work, because Night Elf will be stuck on tier 2, and then be producing mass tier 2 units, which have a tendency of dying pretty fast. And then heroes go out of control. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. This game still has a long ways to go. But Terra knows about the expansion, knows it's really early, so his next decision in this game is going to be either does he go all in, or does he counter-expand against it?
He's pretty calm at the moment, even tanking a little more with DK, not letting the aura work for him to heal up. Lich is coming, fast tier 3, also not prioritizing stat use with the low DK. Seems pretty confident to me. Lots of corpses here for skeletons. 3 fiends.
Terra here with a little run-by path. Is he actually going to try to attack the tree, or is this just for creeping?
It looks like it. Foggy starting the creep.
Players' forces are under attack.
Creeping the skeleton. The scorpion.
I think that's the smarter choice. Like, the most you can accomplish is cancel the entangled, and that only for so long. Don't have the damage to kill the tree.
That lightning shield here pretty good against the skeletons.
But it's gonna be level 3 for the DK. That's not too shabby. Same as for Glory Heaven, coming in once again with the 10 euros. Who was playing himself earlier in the cup. Glad that you're still here. Watching the other guys. What's your race for Glory Heaven, by the way? Who are you watching here to try to become as good as one day? For Glory Heaven. That sounds pretty nature-friendly. Sounds kind of Night Elfy.
Sounds human to me. So here's the detonate. Still mana for the coil. That's the necessary damage to kill the entangled gold mine. Not losing the fiends here. That was buying quite some time. And of course from my side as well. Thank you very much. So Terra's preparing for tier 3. Getting both ziggurats for the 50 supply. Should bank now quite a bit, eh? Still no stat here because he was supply stuck?
A player's forces are under attack.
Maybe he was a little bit low on lumber for the slaughter or something. But all things considered, the attack is going to be very fast, so is the orb. I really like how more and more players are using the TP tactically to get something done on the map that is dangerous, where they have to escape quickly with the TP, like cancel expansions most notably, or at least delay the entangling. Saw that earlier by Happy versus Spiral, and now here we see it again. Oh, Foggy with a Wisp Scout. This must now be feeling especially juicy because he knows the TP was forced earlier and the DK is low mana.
And he has level 3 on the Keeper, close to level 4, and a
Wand of the Wind.
lot of mana. And a Wand of the Wind, yeah. And he detonates the Wisp to make sure that there's no coil. Foggy plays this really well now.
Surrounding with archers is really weird though, so can't use the wand for that, but can certainly kill the fiend. There she goes.
And level 4. Close to level 2. Alchemist. Rest of the creep spot goes to the Ukrainian as well. Expo up, running. Double Lores up, running. Tier 3, not queued yet.
But Terra's still waiting for his power spike, still waiting for the destroyers to finish, when then finally he has an answer to entangle. It feels like it's 100 years away since we were all traumatized by entangle over and over. Nowadays it's like a freak show side occurrence.
Dude,
well, against
that was so hard for such a long time to know how imbalanced this all is, and just playing it down like
I was
just dispelling against it.
I was still on the fence about it for Undead, you know, you can find the timing. Human, you can find the timing. Human turned out, if you play it really well, is actually okay against it. But Orc versus Night Elf, that was ridiculous.
So broken.
That was completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, what can we do except providing feedback to Blizzard? I don't know, man. Naga third.
Naga?
Player's forces are
Naga?
under attack.
Normally, a hero chosen to control or kill heroes. Enemy heroes. Okay.
Keeper is pretty squishy. Foggy has no staff at all. Town portal in.
And no mana. Oh, by the shop right there. That's pretty cool. I like that.
We have a heal scroll and now the staff.
Terra, no statue here. Statue's coming right now from the main. That's important.
Zeppelin to prevent some right clicks. DK already low, and you can't stay in there if you don't have a TP. Can easily be focused.
Statue not turned on yet. You need to hit that switch. There we go.
Remo the expert and turning stuff on.
Didn't work 2 days ago in the kitchen. The switch didn't work, and then I realized, we don't have any light bulbs anymore. That was kind of annoying. How many light bulbs do you have stacked at home here?
0.
You see? We're not prepared.
For the apocalypse. And it's so important to have light bulbs.
I'm sure the guy from the Tatortreiniger always has light bulbs at home.
He's a genius, though.
So far, this little pressure play towards the expansion didn't yield much outside of forcing the TP by Foggy. Numbers are rising quite impressively. 66 supply. Oh, Destroyer, what are you doing? It's hiding.
A player's
Above the
forces
trees.
are under attack.
Thing about Dryads is they can be really strong in certain timings / against certain timings, but have a severe weakness, and that is no matter how many Dryads you have, if the enemy heroes are strong enough, they can't win. So that's always why Dryads by themselves are never a win condition, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Need plenty of upgrades as well. At the moment at 1-1 is not really all that good yet, but Foggy's getting more upgrades. I'd love to see a tier 3 transition now by Foggy. He basically has the resources.
He has the resources. He must have the time. He's super safe at 70 supply. He got the staff, got the items. I feel like if he's ever going to tier 3, then now. Terra's heroes aren't ready for this, but he just keeps on pressuring without any real reason. Because, I mean, he has the expo. He can just sit on it.
I think Foggy's might be kind of afraid, perhaps, to... What was that? Terra made the expansion and then killed the Acolyte? For another Destroyer. Okay.
Okay, he wants to fight. He wants to hold this decent dispels. Fiends get saved. And here's quite some damage coming in with this Chemical Rage Alchemist, but high HP. Terra still decides to nuke it, gets healed up immediately pretty much, and Foggy with the Wisp. Can the detonates connect? Oh man, this slow, this poison, that's really brutal. Nova hits the Wisp, so no detonate. But it's an uphill fight for Terra now.
Yeah, nice Wisp detonates, DK completely dry, no more coils to come out, and now Foggy finally feels confident to move in here with a 70 plus supply. That's a lot of piercing damage from his side. Alchemist in trouble still, but there is the staff. Nice burrows coming in, but it's just always like a split second too late. As the next fiend dies. That one was way too late.
And Terra all of a sudden down to 40 supply. Hero kill is his last option, but there's a Zeppelin and Tangle. GG, 1-0 for Foggy. Seemingly a walk in the park for the Ukrainian.
I feel like Terra broke his own neck there with the counter expansion attempt. Like, if he pushes and forces a fight way earlier against the Dryads, that can be very good. Or if he sees he can't do it anymore, then falls back and just creeps like crazy and buys items maybe or something and gets super strong heroes. Then you can suddenly fight again against the 75 supply Dryads. But that point there at his 60 supply, when the heroes weren't at the point that they needed to be at, that was like one of the strongest points for the Dryad to look for a fight. I think that timing was not too ideally chosen, but hard to call. You know, it's like not every player has the patience to just say like, yeah, you know what, it's fine. You have 2 bases, you have 70 to 80 supply. I'm just gonna run around the map now and creep. But that is sometimes the right call, and perhaps was the right call there.
Do you feel like the focus fire on the Alchemist is the right thing to do? As he has so much HP, and I don't know, man. I felt that was a little like focus fire was a little off in general. Yeah. And especially the decision to focus the Alchemist. questionable.
I think focusing heroes, as long as they are somewhat well equipped with items, is almost always the wrong call. Well, that's not necessarily so true in all cases. But yeah, with that, in that special scenario, you had a heal pot, you had Ring of Protection as well, which does somewhat matter, and of course always the staff. The staff is always there and always being saved for the arc. Yeah, I don't like that choice, no.
Alright, so we're waiting for game number 2, which is then Terra's map choice. Felt like, especially seeing the burrows, how late they were, maybe ping was a little bit of an issue. Maybe he felt a little tame because of it.
Yeah, that was super close, man. There was like 3 burrows in a row where it was seriously less than half a second to save that Fiend.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if the Fiend survives, it can't fight anymore. DK's out of mana. Terra gets pushed back, Expo gets cancelled. And at that point, you can't creep the map anymore. Yeah, I mean, it already went wrong in the early game. With the DK trying to cancel the expansion, not getting the cancel, getting away on 0 mana and like 10 HP. Momentum is very important, and Terra barely had it in that game. He never was accelerating very quickly. Which is exactly what you need to do playing against Riots, getting stronger. Camp after camp, kill after kill, more claws, mana pots, all that stuff.
Alright. Still waiting for the host. LR will be the one. Seems to be a little issue with maps and stuff. Tomorrow, by the way, we have the W3IL game for third between Oceanus and Team Sweden. Team Sweden all together in Skutt's house, having a little LAN party. Oceanus with the super strong Spiral today. Just defeated by Happy, which is absolutely no shame. Looking forward to that. The rematch of last time's grand final.
Who left Oceanus again?
Juan.
Recently? Juan, right. But still, a very strong lineup with Spiral on the forefront, but also Side, Neutron, and Ente. And Please joined them. Alright, that was recently, right?
Oh, wait, when did that happen?
It did, according to War3 info.
War3 info was never wrong, I heard.
Didn't they even have like a... what's that called? A player transfer page thingy or something?
That's on Liquipedia.
Yeah, I know that. I thought they had it as well. David, how do you not have a player transfer slot?
So finally the game is up. We're getting ready to Last Refuge. To start Last Refuge. Ping looks good. 24 for Terra. 40 for Foggy.
Did you guys start already?
No. I think it's closed. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, just kicking one more out so there's no spam observer in.
And then we're ready. Map 2. Last Refuge, Terra's map pick, as we said here. But I honestly think this is one of Foggy's favorite maps in this matchup. Because what's he gonna play, Neo? Do you know? I know. Because normally it's always Demon Hunter.
Don't even give me a chance to answer. I know it as well, of course. But okay, feel free to
I just didn't want to put you on the spot in case you didn't. You know, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, you are.
Of course I am.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, Demon Hunter. He likes to play Demon Hunter here. And then a couple of archers expand between the Murlocs and the Merc camp. And then creep from one camp to the next. Get level 3. and then play Naga with Hippo Riders on tier 2. And that has the big benefit that the Demon Hunter isn't borderline useless in the late game. In fact, he's pretty damn good.
Just like Water Joe, subbing for 28 months. Thank you, man. So I wonder if you're right. It would be so funny if Foggy just keeps on playing a keeper now.
Want to, boy?
No, I'm pretty sure he plays Demon.
Oh,
shit!
damn! We're both wrong.
Could have gotten my
I'm really
third Tuum boy
surprised
in a row.
at that. But why?
Maybe he felt
I
never
mean-
change a running system. It's still
But
kind
if
of
you
easy
can
to
make if you can make fast expansion work with the Demon Hunter as well, why would you do it with the Keeper? He's just so much worse later on.
I would really love to know why he's so in love with the keeper still. Yes, it was a very successful time for him. But that went for that goes for every single night elf in that time. Even colorful.
Hey, don't hate with my boy Colorful.
Did you see his game
He's a good
against
boy.
Fly yesterday, dude?
I'm sure he was trying really hard.
Yeah, he's always trying. Well, not always.
Thank you, Pentanu, for the sub. By the way, game 1 worked out, so who are we to criticize Foggy about his keeper play? But
This is a different
against
build.
Happy, does keeper work against Happy?
Well, maybe he knows that Happy is watching, and so he doesn't want to give builds away. But, I mean, Happy should know this anyway, and I don't think he's caring that much about his opponent's builds. It's rather like what he prefers to do.
Oh, for Glory Heaven coming in with another 10 euros. He says, because we were asking earlier, I'm playing as Orc and mostly I'm watching Hitman. I've been watching his stream as well a little bit lately. Recently I reached level 26 BNet and the goal is to make top 30. Hehe. Cheers, guys.
So funny that like this guy hangs in our chat for, I don't know, 3/4 of a year and we both guess his race wrong. Like we don't even know our audience. How pathetic of us.
Come on, that's not easy to guess though.
Thank you, man.
Like, who would have thought that we two play the same race?
Well, technically, I don't really play, but... Second coil invested before the detonate, so that's an archer dead. But the detonate went out.
Why is Foggy expanding here when the expansion is crapped already? Can you explain?
No, we shouldn't question Foggy too much. He will have his reasons.
It is in a slightly safer spot in case of a ghoul run by, maybe?
We do have more ghouls this time.
A player's forces are under attack.
No, we have 4. It's a happy build.
Wasn't it 3 before? It was a
It
fiend
was
build.
4.
It was a 10
But
fiend.
what we do have is double crypt.
What? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's Gargs.
We're gonna have some Gargs up in here.
Oh, didn't Terra play this as well against Foggy in the Hive Workshop Cup? Pretty successfully? Feels like this is forever ago, but...
When they played on best map ever, Whitewater, I think that was the Fiend Counter Expo play, where Foggy just ran in wave after wave, finally killing it. But it was a best of 3. So yeah, I think you're right, maybe? I don't remember.
I think you're right, maybe. That confidence in me. Thank you, Remo.
Oh, Skeleton's trying to pull out the creeps! Foggy is praying to the Ensnare gods right now.
So far it works. Expo not cancelled. More archers coming. He's playing a lot of archers, man.
Archosaur coming in the main. Fashionably late only. Couple of seconds.
It's okay.
Isn't that weird? Why is it called fashionably late? Who decided one day, you know what? It is actually quite charmful
Player's
to be
forces are
late.
under attack.
That is the only reason why I am late.
I never heard this before, so I can't really answer that. But I hate people who are late, so I hate that saying as well. Who I not hate is...
You never heard... Sorry, yeah, please go ahead.
Truly Illusion. True Illusion for the 10 euros. This doesn't come close to equaling the years of amazing content, but wanted to say thanks. You guys rock. Cheers to 2020. Thank you very much, man, for the sub and the donation. And yeah, this is not working out at all. Foggy is hitting a nice timing. He has archers against the Gargs. It's only 2. DK is low. Shadow Meld is ready. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, Terra's trying to make Garg expansion, tier 2 expansion work against Keeper. This is what I've been trying against the Keeper meta for like half a year or something. Still don't know that the best build was figured out, but Foggy so far is doing pretty well against it, forcing the TP on the DK.
Another kill.
Did he detonate the Lich? Or was that 2 Novas?
There was 2 Novas. But
Did he just kill one single archer with 2 Novas?
yeah,
That's not so good.
he nuked the hero again, which I don't know if that's working. And again, if you're playing Gargs, maybe he was misrallied or something. But I don't feel the need to creep with the Gargs. And Terra doesn't see the need of continuing this play. So Foggy advances to the grand final.
All right.
D-Derm.
Foggy, honestly, we like to keep on pointing out, mean as we are, that he's been having a rough time recently. But hey, he's looking good here once again. He once again makes it far, making it to the grand final in the Ryzing Star Cup. And, as long as he's not playing against Happy, he's actually looking really good. Problem for him now is he's going up against Happy again. Can he have a close best of 5 now? That's something he hasn't had in a while against Happy. But a new day, a new chance.
Again, we have the rematch of Ryzing Star Cup 3. Foggy was the first non-human, non-happy player to make it into the grand final. That sounds weird. But he has a shot again. Happy and Foggy both having 4 points guaranteed for the top 8 grand season finale later in March when it's about $2,500. And both players have prize money guaranteed. 50 for Foggy already, 100 if he beats Happy now. And, actually 150 because there's still a bounty on Happy's head for the $50 from one of our viewers. So, semifinals done. Happy and Foggy remaining. Grand final, best of 5 coming up, but not before saying thanks to our sponsor, AMD